And welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So we're in, Marrow Battle Day, so the Europe's retake of that, and I'm going to be jumping in. So they've opened up all the leagues, and I'm by far the weakest at Great League, so I might as well practice it now. We're getting to the end of the season. I'm ranked 9, I'm not getting to rank 10 this season. If I can improve my Great League battles, I can hopefully start the next season a little bit stronger. So if you've got any ideas for a Great League team, throw it down in the comments, and I can try it out. So I've got most Pokemon, and I've got enough candy and enough Stardust to power most things up to get them where they need to be. So throw down in the comments any teams that you want me to try out or you think I should try out. But for now, I'm going to jump into the Great League, and so this is the team I've been running. So Shiftry, Hypno and Medicham. So Shiftry's running dual, so grass and dark, so it's a dark fast move, grass charge, dark charge. Hypno's running psychic fast move, so, and also then running the fighting and shadow ball, so ghost type charge moves. Medicham is running fighting, then it's running power up punch and also ice punch, I think it is, so it's the ice move, and that's to get a bit more coverage on the Azumarils that you, not Azumarils, so the dragon bird that you'll find, and I can't, Altaria, so that's the one. I think instead of Altaria, I'm just going to call it the dragon bird from now on, just because obviously my team's weak to that. So currently this team is really weak to Skarmory. I've seeing them a little bit, so I stopped seeing them for a while, and then all of a sudden, since I've changed my team up to be weak to Skarmory, it seems that everybody's running Skarmory again. So I don't know, I might have to change that up, and change it into maybe an Alolan Raichu or something, but I'll run with this team and we'll see how we go. So let's jump straight in. Like I said, throw some team compositions in the comments. I would love to hear them, because I'm really weak at this league, and I get a bit frustrated that I get smashed so much. So let's see, what have we got? So not a bad lead for me. So what I think they're probably going to do is 1, 2, 3 and then switch. So they've not switched out yet, so I'm going to throw this Leaf Blade. So I was fully expecting them to switch out there, so if they don't switch, that's going to do a huge amount of damage, which is good for me. So this is going to be the ice move, so I'm going to shield that up because it's going to do, so Shiftry's really glassy, so let's see what they do. So they're still not swapping out, so I'm just going to leave in Shiftry, and this will potentially, if they don't shield this one up, this will, no, so they've shielded this one up, so let's see if I can beat them to the next Leaf Blade. So I've managed to beat them, so they're going to either have to commit a second shield here or let this go down. Let's see what they do. So they committed a second shield by the looks of that. So interesting that they committed 2 shields to this, so they'll probably switch out now. Let's see. So they didn't switch out, so I figured I'll just throw, so I probably should have gone one more fast move just to charge up a little bit more energy. Let's see what they throw next. So this is an interesting one, so I'm going to just continue with, so it's, yeah, so it's probably, oh yeah, that probably wasn't a great idea. So if I can get to the foul play, I'll be happy, which I can, so happy days. So I'm just trying to think of what I go with next. So obviously next I'm going to throw in my Medicham, just because that's going to do huge damage, and I'm really hoping they can't do I get to? No, so they got there first. So had I been able to get to my charge move, that would have been absolutely fantastic. So that's going to do, not too much damage, to be honest. So that's fine. So I'll be able to, this power-up punch will knock it out. So I would have liked to probably not throw the power-up punch there and just thrown it straight on. Oh, so this is interesting. So can I get to, so they've thrown, probably, it's going to be the Mud Bomb. I don't know, it shouldn't take it out at this range. So I've thrown my own power-up punch here, so we were tied for that. So which means we're probably going to see MP tied to the next one as well, and it's going to, so that's not good for me. So it'll be interesting to see. So if they throw this next one, I'm going to, so they got there a lot quicker than me that time. So it is the Mud Bomb, and it has taken me out. So let's see what they do here. So this is, they're probably going to get to 2 Mud Bombs before I get to 1 Shadow Ball. So this is going to be closer than I would like. Let's see how much damage that does. So be interesting to see. So I should be able to farm this down, but they're going to get to another one before. No, so I got there first, so that's interesting. So I don't think they had anything in the back, so absolutely fine to throw that charge move. And they quit out of the game, so that's fine. So managed to pull off the win there. So obviously the reason they stayed in with the Azumarill is because they had double weakness to the grass there. So that worked out all right for me. So a reasonable lead, and then able to get to, so I don't know why they didn't switch. Well, I guess I do know why. Had they switched out to the Bastiodon, I would have switched to the Medicham and then been able to come back in with my grass on them anyway. So not a bad game for me to start that one. So happy with actually getting a win for a change. So let's throw Shiftry out. And so this is a good lead for me. So obviously they've got the shiny Hypno there, which is not ideal, because obviously that makes it, so I'm going to throw the Leaf Blade here, try and bait a shield. I'm really hoping I can bait this shield, because that will be, yes, so baited the shield there, so happy days. So I'm going to go straight in for the next one, which is going to be the Foul Play. Hopefully they won't shield this one up, and they've committed 2 shields. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to commit at least 1 shield to this. It's the Ice Punch, so that's an interesting one. So I was expecting maybe so I'm now going to have to commit 2 shields as well. So they've done really well here. So had I got to, let's just stick away from there. So that's fine. So it managed to get to the Foul Play here. That should, so that's KO'd there. So they've not switched in, so it makes me think that they've potentially got so I'm going to switch out to my, so that's good, that's really good, that's what I wanted, because obviously I would much rather have my Medicham matched up with their, so I'll be able to, I'd much rather have my Medicham matched up against their Registeel. So this, I reckon, is going to be a Hydro Cannon, and it's going to go close to taking me out at this range. So let's see. So Hydro Pump, sorry, obviously not a Hydro Cannon, because it doesn't get that move, but let's throw that one down. So the next thing I want to do is try and let this be taken. So this is not ideal. So this will farm me down here. And so the question is, so I'm going to let this timer count down. I'm going to jump in with my so I want them to use a charge move here, and as soon as they throw that charge move, I'm going to jump in with my Medicham to try and... Oh, it's Focus Blast, so it doesn't matter. I don't need to jump in. I can just switch that up and power up punch this thing down. So power up punch and then counter it down. So this is a good game right here. And that works out all right for me. So so this is going to do a reasonable amount of damage, to be honest. Let's Focus Blast. So I don't know why maybe they don't have two moves. Maybe they've just got the one, but that's fine. So managed to get that one. So there's another win. So actually, yeah, 2 wins. Happy days. So it worked out well getting the Hypno, putting the Hypno in against their Registeel, just because they then swapped out, and then I got the matchup that I wanted, which was Medicham against that. So happy days. So I'll jump straight back in, and again I'll run the same team. We'll see how we go. So this is battle 5 in the set, so 1-2, lost 2, I think. Let's see what our lead is. So this is a really good lead for me. So I imagine what they're going to do is jump out on the charge move. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're not jumping out. So that's interesting. So I really hope that they don't now jump, which they probably will. But let's throw the Leaf Blade. And yep, so they're still here, so happy days. So I'm going to let them throw again first. And I'm going to use a shield here. So again, I really hope they don't swap out now. If they swap out, then I'm potentially in trouble. Because I should be able to beat them. Oh, so they've let it go down. So that's a big one. So this is not ideal for me. So I think what I might actually do is swap out. So I can chunk down a little bit. Let's see what their last thing is. So it's a... okay. So how am I going to deal with that? So the flyer is the problem, but if I can get my Medicham out, get a... So they've not... Ooh, I've not shielded that. So if I can get my Medicham out and get an Ice Punch saved up, then that will be very, very helpful for me. Let's just... so this is really going to town on me here. So I'm not going to get to my second charge move, just because it's so slow. So I'm just trying to think of what's the best play here. So I'm going to go the Shiftry and hope I can get there before they do. They're probably going to switch it. No, they're not switching, so that's fine. And then, so they probably, well, I can't imagine they'll shield this. They'll let it go down. Yeah, so that's fine. Oh, and they've thrown their charge move, which is good for me because I don't want them to store up too much energy. And then I can... So I'm going to... Oh, so when it... So I'm going to throw this power up punch. So then let's see what they do. So hopefully they shield this, then they do. And then I need to get to... So I'm hoping this Sky Attack doesn't take me out. It's going to take me close because it's going to do super effective damage. And then I've got to try and get to my Icy Wind. And they're probably going to be able to farm me down, which they are, with their Dragon Breaths. So... didn't have enough energy up there. So... I don't know what I could have done any differently there. I needed more energy on the Medicham at the back, and not being able to get to... So them having the shield advantage also was really, really bad for me. So what I should have done is let one of those mud bombs go through and save the shield for the back. But that's fine. I know that now. So... must be now 2-2. I thought we were already at 5 battles, but that's fine. So I'll jump in, same team, and we'll see how we go. finding an opponent. So this person, I would say, Galboy. Interesting. So let's see what they've got. So this is not good for me. So I think what I'm going to do is... Oh, so this is chunking at that health, isn't it? So I'm going to go straight up foul play and hope they don't shield, because that will do more damage than the leaf blade. So they've not shielded, so that's good for me. So I'm going to let this go. So I'm not going to shield. So one of the biggest things that has been absolutely, because Weather Ball... Oh, wow. So I did not expect Weather Ball to be doing so much damage. So it looks like I really should have shielded that up, and I should be able to KO before they get to another fast move. Let's see what they have. Oh, so my worst nightmare. I've got the Dragon Bird. So I'm really hoping they don't shield, but of course they do. So the question is, do I shield or do I not? So I am going to commit a shield here. I'm in all sorts of trouble if I do not get to this next Shadow Ball. There's so much lag between clicking the Shadow Ball and it actually throwing that move. So luckily I got to the Shadow Ball, which they've shielded up as well, and they're just going to farm me down. Wow. So I'm in all sorts of trouble here. So they're going to throw their charge move now. I have to shield this up. And they're probably going to be able to throw back to back because they did so much farming down on my Hypno. And it was Dragon Pulse. Okay. I was not expecting Dragon Pulse. So if I can get there, so I've managed to get there. So let's see. So this should KO now. And let's see what they've got in the back. So I'm going to need to power up Punch. So not very effective. So this is interesting. So I can get to the power up Punch. So interesting choice here. Let's see what it does. So it's basically done next to no damage, which is fine. I needed to get that attack boost, and then I'm going to try and throw the... Let's hope that the Mud Bomb doesn't do huge amounts of damage. So I should be able to get to a... They're going to get to a Mud Bomb before I can get to my move, and this is going to take me really close to being KO'd. So I should be able to get to my Icy Punch. Well, Ice Punch. I don't think this is going to be within range, unfortunately, even with the boost, which it's not. Oh, so that boost really helped me out. What I probably should have done, to be fair, is double Ice Punched them, but anyway, it is what it is. So happy with that, got the win there. So very, very close in that last game. So let's see how we did. So I managed to get 2 attempts at the shiny. So let's see what we've got. So normal Marill. So let's catch that one nice and quickly. I said nice and quickly, but it's of course it doesn't. So I'm going to try and quick catch here. Let's see if so yep, that caught, and let's see what the next one is. Normal Marill. So unfortunately no shiny there, so let's just double attack. Really good that I'm wasting so many balls on a Marill. Managed to catch that one as well. So why is it saying battle? 4 of 5? Have I only... Wow, I must have been really out. So let's jump into the next battle. So I thought I was 2 and 2. I'm just so used to, I guess, losing so many that winning 3 is makes me think that I've played 5, because there's just no chance that I'd ever win a 4 out of 5 in the Great League. So this is good for me, so they'll probably switch straight out, which they have. So what have they got here? So I've got really nothing against this, so I probably should have put my... So Hypno's got such a bad matchup for the Haunter that's although it's also got, it can really chunk it down, so that was a poor decision. So I should have thrown in my so I should have thrown in the Medicham, but that's also bad because obviously, so they've shielded that one up, so that's really interesting there. So I'm not going to get to another one. So the question is, do I shield this up or do I save it? So I'm going to leave this one, save the shield. So I'm going to throw to Medicham. Let's see what they do. So they're going to absolutely school me here. So the Shiftry is going to have to go on a massive run at the end of this to really give me any sort of chance. They didn't shield that up, and it's come on, don't let them attack. So this is going to take out my Medicham. Oh, so it didn't take it out, so that's ridiculous. So let's see what we do, and they're going to come in with their Haunter and one-shot farm this down, which they have. So let's throw the charge move here, so hopefully get their last shield with this. Oh wow, I didn't. They no shielded it. That is absolutely insane on their part. So had I hit that, should have gone. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to commit to the farm down, and then I don't really care what this is, so I'll leaf blade this up. So they're going to shield this. So this was really bad play on my part, so I really should have... Oh wow, so so I'm going to go straight into another leaf blade. So I've got the energy here. They will shield this one up, and then I'm hoping I can get to another leaf blade before they get to and I'm able to get to a leaf blade. So I don't know if this is going to be enough damage to actually take them out. I'm not going to be able to get to... Oh, so it was. So having all that energy on the Shiftry, so a bit of a Shiftry sweep there. Absolutely outstanding. So got the win, and that's battle number 4. So got the rare candy there, so happy days. A bit of extra rare candy. So 25.35. Let's see what that changes to. So 25.63. So that's really boosted me up a bit there. So some really good games there actually. So Shiftry, it's reasonably good against the Skarmories. I need to have a better plan, so I need to figure out what that strategy is for when they have a Skarmory lead, and also when they drop in a Skarmory, switch in a Skarmory on that lead matchup. So I don't really know what the best option there is, but got pretty lucky in some of those, so managed to pull 4 out of 5 there, so really happy with that. So relatively strong team. Really poor decisions in that last one. Should have definitely thrown out the Medicham onto the Skarmory in that game 5. But yeah, happy days. 4 out of 5. So really happy with that. So I can continue working with this team. Maybe get my switches and my attacks down a little bit better, and maybe get a bit more success with it. So I'll stick with this for now. Hopefully that was useful for someone. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.